Carl stands in a dimly lit corridor, frustration etched on his face as he questions Donut the cat on how they can defeat the lurking danger. Donut, with large expressive eyes and a tiny crown, suggests training is their only hope. Carl, reflecting on the time they've wasted, finally takes action. A rumble hints at an approaching threat, emphasizing the urgency. Concern fills the young man's expression as he points out potential danger to the elderly if new enemies arrive. His tension contrasts with Donut's sarcastic comments about foes foddering old folks for experience points. The ominous red markings on the wall compound the anxiety in the room, balancing humor and dread. In the dim corridor, Carl, his jacket stained with blood, confronts Donut's accusations of concealing something. Donut jests about their sharks and minnows surroundings, while Carl's serious demeanor underscores the lack of good guys in their area. As they move away, humor and tension hang in the air. Combat erupts as Carl observes blood-stained floors while battling larger rats. His determination shines through a brutal kick, splattering blood across the ground. A distant blonde character's presence suggests evasive action. Urgency permeates as they fight through these menacing creatures. Amidst recounting a recent dangerous venture with another dark-haired character, Carl's exasperation builds. As he holds a shattering object, memories of past close calls, like being bitten during combat, punctuate their dialogue. Tension underscores each word as danger echoes through the corridor. Reflecting on narrowly escaping death, Carl recalls his frantic use of health potions. The memory fades, revealing a more determined Carl grasping a chain as a menacing creature approaches. Tense decision-making surrounds them, signified by bright flashes of intent. Carl faces off against cunning, venomous troglodytes as Donut looks on anxiously. A whack from Carl's bat sends shockwaves through the air in chaotic clashes, each troglodyte proving to be a formidable adversary despite their low intelligence. The tension of battle continues to rise. Carl surveys the grim battlefield, remarking on its brutality. An upgrade notification injects hope. His magic missile spells have leveled up, hinting at new strategic possibilities. With magic at their disposal, Carl and his companion brace for enhanced challenges ahead. Strategizing in the aftermath, Carl discusses maximizing their missile attack's efficiency. His humor lightening the mood by noting the need for stronger strikes against greater threats. They're growing as warriors, though bruised, ready to face whatever comes next. In the shadowy hallway, Carl anticipates a coming conflict, pondering the strength of the enemy. Suddenly, a troglodyte virtuoso lunges forward, attempting a poisonous strike. Fortunately, his night-gaunt cloak negates the effects, revealing the clash's heightened danger. Catching his breath, a weary Carl reflects on his plateaued growth, observing the augmented experience needed for advancement. Determined to overcome, he leaps over a fallen enemy, focusing on upcoming trials and tribulations. Each step brings him closer to future peril. Amidst blood-soaked surroundings, Carl compliments Donut's lethal claw attacks. Their banter reveals a sense of camaraderie and humor amongst adversity, highlighting their reliance on each other's strengths in this unpredictable world. Carl humorously doubts suggestions of laser-eye battles, while Donut dismisses fighting with claws as unladylike. Their playful exchange amidst serious strategizing brings levity to their dire reality. Every moment heightens their sharpened focus. As Carl urges contemplation, unexpected threats emerge. A frog-like figure rushes with a club, and a hissing creature reveals sharp teeth. Determination and concern mingle on his face, bracing for chaotic confrontation. Faced with strategic limitations, Carl examines a gym's dangerous layout, expressing anxiety over their impending challenge. Dialogue with a companion illuminates vulnerabilities, reinforcing the high stakes as ominous sound effects punctuate the air. Carl and his unique companion, chomping at the bit, advance toward their next arena. The menacing creature confronting them heightens tensions, as shuffling and grunting echo around the room. Their readiness for battle becomes apparent in this critical moment. Despite a menacing attack from the green colossus, Carl reacts with surprise but maintains composure, conserving strength for this brutal confrontation. The gym resonates with the kinetic energy of their clash, intensifying every heartbeat. The Juicer, a formidable opponent, stands ready for battle. Carl and Princess Donut, facing significant odds, confront this level 9 brute. As his history of frustrated ambitions is revealed, the anticipation of violent confrontation hangs in the air. Carl, wary of exaggerated mission descriptions, prepares alongside his quirky companion. They're approached by the Juicer, seeking assistance before unleashing explosive movements. The atmosphere builds as their plans' flaws surface, rising tension capturing their collective uncertainty. As chaos ensues, Carl's desperation is evident amidst a fog-filled arena. Struggling with visibility, both he and his ally must quickly react. Yet even amidst clamoring clashes, their plan remains inadequate, emphasizing the current disarray. Carl focuses on dismantling support enemies as he enters the fray. Punches fly with rapid intensity against the green adversary, his determination building momentum within this fiery encounter. Each calculated move underscores the stakes in play. In the heat of battle, the Juicer towers ominously, a tornado of menace. Amid the frantic scene, kicks land and gadgets click, propelling characters into action as they confront his indomitable presence. The intensity is palpable. Searing forces collide. The green creature recoils in pain from explosive impacts. Surrounding adversaries brace for chaos as a potion is tossed amidst the turmoil, depicting not just combat but a frenetic struggle for survival. Under harsh red lights, Carl squares off against escalating threats. He proudly wields potent gear, though concern for Princess Donut highlights their plight. Opposing forces stand poised, accentuating both tactical prowess and daring vulnerability. A fierce battle rages as a menacing blue creature launches a brutal attack, leaving Carl in distress and pain. Sharp teeth and blood fly amid chaotic movements, every panel intensifying the struggle between adversaries. Battle blurs into frenetic action. The Juicer withstands blows amidst swirling chaos. Blood spills, tensions climb. A strategic shift looms heavily on Carl's mind, his fight bolstered by resilience despite the Juicer's daunting resilience. Conflict deepens as Carl, blade drawn and determined, meets the Juicer's unswerving might head-on. Sarcasm mingles with resolve amidst this harrowing battlefield, red hues drenching their path. Brotherly loss and heart charge the air. In frustration's throes, Carl faces rising horror in a chaotic landscape filled with desperate revelations. Tension shadows every expression as pressure mounts, revealing each character's depth within the ever-unfolding chaos. Blood smears his face. Carl's turmoil mirrors the battlefield's chaos. With urgency, his ally plunges into action, resolute leaps cutting down foes. Enthralled by chaos thick with urgency, survival demands relentless upheaval from each fierce blow. A savage bite and the gory aftermath testify to the Juicer's brutality. Blood flows as shock and desperation tighten their grip on the blue creature, only amplifying the cruel dance of violence lighting up this battle-torn arena. A violent collision leaves the green creature motionless, highlighting the severity of this battle's ebb and flow. An armored friend cries "DONUT," revealing deep ties as chaos underscores the struggle's dire stakes. Shadows loom ominously. Amidst broken walls, a small form soar through the air, suggests violence's tragic ripples. Carl's scream of alarm echoes, his heart-wrenching plea for Donut resonating. Each moment heightens their collective despair within this dark narrative space. Caught in a brutal struggle, Carl watches on horrified as Donut inflicts damage upon a towering adversary. Blood and chaos reign, leaving him to wrestle with shock amidst grim surroundings, a tense amalgam of fear and courage. The climactic aftermath. A black creature praises the juicer's grit amid a carnage-strewn location. As a character amidst chaos processes ongoing destruction, Carl faces a turbulent wave of surprise and tension that stifles the air. Heart-pounding, Carl implores Donut to revive amidst wreckage and bloodshed. Desperation twists within him as shadows ominously hover nearby. Each repeated plea echoes urgency, utter silence the reply. Stakes soar from anguishing moments of impossible hope. Carl's desperation reaches a fever pitch using a heel critter scroll on Donut. The fruitless magic results in anguish and cursing, panic tangibly pressing their struggle forward. Reality crashes upon him. Salvation slips further away. Focused on a vital potion, Carl faces internal turmoil, a charged confrontation against time's unyielding passage. Beside him, curious eyes observe the brewing dread awakening within an ornate, hauntingly tense location pulsating with significance. Nervously grasping a blood-stained potion, Carl anguishes over its potential harm. Uncertainty gnaws at him, worsening the grip on his choices as urgency swells. Chaos abounds. A murky backdrop contrasts his escalating stormy emotions. Carl reflects aloud on the game's mechanics, battling against their capricious nature as he considers swallowing his own potion. Desperation and focus intertwine as he accepts dangerous choices in this high-stakes moment of need. Distress echoes in Carl's desperate pleas amidst an unsettling confrontation with danger. Surrounded by sharpened weaponry, an indelible reminder of his limited options, a mysterious figure prompts a flicker of hope, unspooling tension toward faith's fragile horizon. Healing takes place as Carl watches with wide-eyed disbelief. Hope ripples through the chaos as Donut revives, sparking newfound energy. Yet questions linger. Did they defeat their monstrous foe? The dinginess holds anticipation's tight grasp. Carl's measured reassurances interlace with Donut's fragile gratitude. Together, they embrace moments of relief veiled in poignant reality, another sacrifice made. Yet life fades among ephemeral flowers, etching surprise and gratitude into this sobering chapter. Amidst flowers and broken armor, resignation seeps through as Donut shares his final thoughts. A life well fought mourns on this petal-laden terrain, underscoring the contrast between blooming serenity and ultimate closing chapters. Moments suspended in mystique unfurl into a dance between light and darkness. The grieving aura warps, a comical belch cuts through melodrama. Such humor weaves anticipation amidst chaos-driven life, setting stage for unpredictable turns ahead. Carl urges swift action amidst chaotic remnants, bolstered by an unexpected yet oddly relieving resurgence. A rhythmic juxtaposition between urgency and mirth crystallizes, a transitional dance through destabilized, splattered red ambience. Blood-laden settings envelop layered narratives. Caution rests heavily upon Carl's shoulders, while companions grapple with unseen threats. As intrigue peaks in evolving dynamics, a broader tapestry of cunning emerges through novel glimpses. Amidst playful interactions between vibrant characters, a relieving haven blossoms. Brief interludes offer respite amidst turmoil, a sanctuary for young and fragile life in a world sculpted by calamity's unpredictable influence. Juxtaposed against emergent survival strategies, chaos dominates an alternate setting. Fierce figures rise within vast arenas, an ode to trust and the tumultuous foreshadowing of tensions within survival's unyielding tableau. Within corridors echoing success, soldiers march, a demonstration of cohesion in fractured worlds. Yet, beyond their orchestrations, questions about recognition and dramatic accuracy heighten raw satire, exploring solidarity's true testament. In dim settings, the cataclysm resonates through staggering numbers, their journey punctuated with whimsical pondering amidst sobering realization. A tense atmosphere underscores each emerging narrative wrinkle, a puzzle within fate's sprawling aspirations. In a dimly lit room, Mordecai clutches a stuffed toy, greeted by a serious-looking mouse who is impressed by his solo defeat of a level 9 boss. Mordecai, contemplating near the fire, admits it was reckless. Their serious exchange hints at looming dangers beyond their control, thick with tension. In a magical setting, a girl with purple hair strides confidently, causing a young man nearby to react in surprise. A fluffy creature praises another's powerful attack, but notes its lack of protection. The room crackles with lively camaraderie, playful energy infusing the air, contrasting the previous scene's tension. A cozy room buzzes with light humor as a cat confidently claims superiority among creatures. Nearby, a worried young man comments on a near accident. Suddenly, a thump unsettles the atmosphere. Their whimsical chatter hints at deeper stakes yet to be revealed. Amidst a dimly lit kitchen, a humorous exchange unfolds between a young man refusing to become a cat and a whimsical feline floating in a pink skirt. He mentions his decision to stick with a group known as Ruma, while a wise beast commends his tactics, showcasing their tight-knit camaraderie. Within a cluttered hideout, Mordecai discusses past battles with a mouse, noting the last boss wasn't tougher than the Hag Lady. Suddenly, a distressed character screams, disrupting the contemplative mood with a tense climax. Hands hint at unseen pain inflicted on the howling figure. In a shadowy setting, a lizard-like figure hangs, manipulated like a puppet. An observer notes their consciousness trapped by AI. The scene's tension peaks as a mouse comments on Earth's galactic visibility, leaving a lingering air of mystery. In a warm-lit room, broadcasts about Earth's culture spread galaxy-wide. A worried character insists numbers must rise, tied to the boss's stakes. The mood turns urgent as another warns the root cause is celestial ignorance. Themes of control and tension amplify. A tense conversation unfolds in a cozy kitchen. The weary young man voices concern about limited escape options, a whimsical cat floating nearby. A mouse advises skipping the boss, highlighting strict rules regarding leader confrontations as shadows loom overhead. Mordecai fumes in a warm room, frustrated by the enormous stakes ahead. He doubts progress, lamenting potential cheating. The mouse insists on post-fight analysis only. An atmosphere thick with tension infuses their strategic dialogue. A muscular bear character prepares determinedly, hand glowing powerfully amid red highlights. Shelved pictures frame this crucial scene. "All right," he commands, implying a significant move about to unfold. The suspense peaks. Amidst glowing fists, a raccoon-like creature confidently affirms, "There's one thing I can do," urging focus. The fluffy-haired youth asks for help, seeking guidance from past encounters. Urgency thickens as decisive action approaches. Laughter lightens strategy as a llama with fiery features appears. The young man jokes about throats and drugs, while a rat retorts serious circumstances. He brags about defeating the llama, treading a fine line between humor and action. Laughter fills a cozy space as Mordecai explains past fights to a mouse, who listens amused. "Exploding blood," he chuckles, recalling the chaotic mess. Reflections on weaknesses bridge humor with strategic contemplation. A dynamic dialogue leads to revelations. A rat confirms suspicions about weaknesses, distracting with light-hearted musings. Behind contemplation, darker truths emerge, a grotesque hint amid glowing orbs of light. Among strategic whispers, vulnerability emerges as a tactic. A spiky-haired youth debates weaknesses, hinting ahead. Tension amplifies camaraderie. Their shared urgency cradles hope amidst the dark chamber. A cat-like figure excited by bronze boss box confidently shows healing scrolls while excitement builds. Sudden poof catches it by surprise. Did someone forget the box description? Anticipation mixes with chaos. In a cozy study, the cat demonstrates puddle jumper, joyfully teleporting through gleaming water, revealing a mystical node. Time constraints counterbalance its impressive versatility, leveraging magic happily. Within a bustling training hall, a rat interrogates over rewards. Achievements memorialize progress. Smush is level 6, and Iron Punch is level 5. Golden bursts reveal rewards, sparking surprise among tousled characters. Amid strategic analyses, calculations dance above, illuminating a boy's contemplative face. Compounded boosts and fragile stars teeter on knife's edge, urging care. His resolve meets strategic aspirations confidently. An ornate treasure box tingles with drama, revealing a shiny skill potion in a burst of golden glow. Confused but hopeful, the young man reaches for the potion, excitement and relief etched on his face. Inside a whimsical setting, confusions abound over Grull, a seemingly fictitious deity, paired with bravado proclamations of manliness. Amid glowing gauntlets, characters contemplate Grull's equestrian devotees. Worrying revelations arise about deities. The rat affirms, Gruul isn't real, sparking tension. Underneath comfort house trappings, scrutiny tightens the air. Confusion stitches together with prevailing urgency. A hushed revelation about bosses and non-godly transactions shifts attention. The rodent's words twist reality's gravity. A serious calm spills across the spiky-haired boy, air defined by rigorous truths. In a cozy sphere, pride and amusement light up the room as a glove undergoes humorous inspection, punch protection. Characters chat leisurely while cheerfulness embodies the lively mood. Beside a warm fire, jocular banter about outfits gives way to showbiz dreams. Mordecai delves into game formats, while Carl yearns for spotlight candidacy eagerly. Friendly camaraderie heats the cozy scene. Tensions flare as a muscular youth exclaims, unable to help with show entries. Rats still hold hope in agents and reach out statewide. A mix of optimism clashes with floor-counting urgency. An intense build-up features a spiky-haired youth, urged by a lively rodent for action. Countdown pressures push adventure urgency to the fore, pressing them to tackle a burrow boss fiercely. A well-lit arena sets the stage for heartfelt reunion. Characters' supportive discussions warm the space before new beginnings. Mrs. McGibbons's warm mention of kind eyes bridges a return narrative over a backdrop of shared warmth. Amidst confident whispers of a return, companions brace for unknown challenges. Stepping into the tapestry-rich corridor, unity and confidence intertwine. Their determined stride alludes to anticipated possibility. Constrained in tight corridors, dissent rises. The muscular youths control meshes with imposingly detailed settings as attempts are made to refocus. Chaotic arrangements slice through ordered spaces. Within confusing labyrinthine halls, instructions to listen reflect perceived threats. Sound cues drip ominously from ominous chains, lending climax tension. Hearts pounding, the silence teeters toward explosive confrontation. Rhythmic music heralds an impending clash. Hectic hubbub syncs with sharp surprises amid combat alertness. Discussions punctuated by sound waves flick their ears and nerves into ready overdrive. Purple glow illuminates a boss lair, energizing surrounding anticipation. The hollow knell of questions like, "Are you ready?" pushes figures into a ritualistic, concerted tension, brimming the rim of action. Joyful urgency lights a vibrant rush. "Are you ready?" echoes as shimmering action quickens focus, inciting hands together with determined commitment. The stage blurs as action overtakes waiting. A brilliant atmosphere collides with unraveling danger. Figures brace for intensity as "holy shit" reverberates the tense court. Dust thickness clashes with potentiality, explode with challenge preparation. The arena sparks with energetic light as chaos and deadly strategy mesh. Porkchop Express unfolds its fearsome form. Deadly incarnations roll into play. This unveils another element of looming threat. Lustrous ballrooms sparkle as orc overlords wrap tension in indulgence. Steeped in dangerous magic, boars transform, threatening extravagant interactions with ghostly, destructive might. A consuming sphere of chaos awaits. Dynamic contrasts play out with shifting terraces into rhythmic intensity. Lights and sound dance among occupants, blinding them to perilous boulders. Choreography hints at musical disruptiveness, causing blindness to encroaching doom. The specter of risk manifests as scrapers intercept potential threats. Rapid movements prompt tangible alerts, trapping signals warning of rising tensions. Embracing vision's uptrend, heightened stakes face awaited barriers. Amidst collision chaos, calculated movement becomes strategic necessity. Barriers and health meters illuminate gambits and damages. Glassy eyes highlight efforts as reality whistles sharply, clarity frames existing expectations. Tension unfurls rapidly as shadows burst alongside strategic resolves. Illuminations form corridors as comedic notes tamper menacing undercurrent. Squeaky intrusions draw smile-traced relief amid weighty fate realizations. Led by pointy gestures, preparation meets anticipation amid sparkling sound. The club's pulse reflective of ready souls. Colored anticipation converges, illuminating shadows, setting taut loops of readiness. Progress under neon shadows brings vibrant momentum as characters lace through awaiting scenes. Traditions of unity persist under purposeful strides. Determined guidance carries shadows forward. Brimming emotion tempers interactions under gleaming red. Stark commands contrast chaos. A young character shapes determination under controlled frenzy, gripping murky, exchanges tightly in disordered spins. Cacophony of purpose molds progress with assurance. Tension intertwines with expressive sounds. Workshop inhabitants scramble diligently. Drilling punctuates tension, keeping humorous notes light but secure. A neon spectacle brightens youthful banter, tools in hand amidst bustling brightness. Friendly nostalgia beams through exchanges of TV chatter, anchoring arena's bubbling chaos. Urgency calls as corridors cramp under action. A wolf's call stiffens resolve toward fogged futures. Emergent lights flicker in shadows, echoing strategic reflections through weighty dialogues. A corridor transitions, flashing neon expectations. Condensed violence constricts interactions. Claustrophobic intentions illuminate urgency. Angrily pleading voices spiral over intense revelations of immovable weights. Embodied tension penetrates as physical constraints mount. Alarm yields strategic awareness. Humor dissipates under stern reality. Ways forward glint as desperation and focus flicker. Illuminations of bright whirling lights frame decisive mid-battle cries. In neon-fastened environments teetering between control and chaos, bracing for Yolanda leaves a pulsating terrain exposed. Chaos reigns as a dark-haired fighter slashes through foes, blood marking his path. Each move is precision and power, elevating his damage by a staggering 8%. Opponents reel, caught in the battle's shifting currents. Amongst the turmoil, a pink-haired warrior charges with grace and ferocity. The battlefield, a cacophony of conflict, echoes with the rhythm of life-or-death stakes. Surrounded by monstrous foes, a spiky-haired youth spots a concerning health bar, his demeanor sly but determined. Nearby, a navy-vested ally urges his comrades into action against the frenetic backdrop. Agatha clings to her cart amid cries of protest, adding a strange urgency. Violence paints the scene, yet camaraderie peeks through the chaos. In a red-lit workshop, tension mounts as a spiky-haired figure readies a sharp tool, a fierce determination etched across his face. Nearby, a dark-haired comrade nervously moves through the scene. Sound effects highlight the intense violence, each crack, and pierce, deeply resonating within this chaotic space. A vibrant arena exposes the grim realities of battle. Red projectiles, green beams, and a purple explosion illustrate the sheer force unleashed. Amidst the debris, a shocked, stocky boy lies stunned, covered in blood, reflecting the havoc around him. Chaos swirls, marked by colors both beautiful and deadly. In a technologically advanced arena, a muscular figure channels immense power, orb in hand, an aura of energy urging him forward. A looming dome pulses with intensity, the sound of a WHOOM signaling the coming storm. Preparation for the ultimate confrontation hangs thick in the air. A Tuskling knight charges into view, energy crackling as he lifts a chest above his head. Carl stumbles back, caught off guard as magic bursts illuminate a frantic scene. His furry ally stands ready, glowing with determination, poised to strike amidst the chaos. Victory strikes as a spiky-haired fighter dispatches his opponent, a bloody smirk of triumph breaking through the chaos. The relentless combat adds to his power, the intensity of the battle heightening with each blow. Dark humor dances with danger amidst the brutality. In the neon haze of an arena, vulnerable figures reel, while a wild-haired leader announces their way forward through the chaos. A polka-dot-clad companion celebrates their small victory over the shield. Despite the turmoil, hope shines as they plan their escape. Tuskling stumbles, regally chaotic amidst swirling energy. A critical countdown looms, 20 minutes to escape the impending collapse. Amidst confusion, resolve sharpens. Every second matters, every decision could mean survival or doom. The shadows grow as Carl clutches Donut, warning her to hide beneath his cloak. Dark energy threatens to engulf them, emphasizing the urgency of the moment. His fear is palpable, but determination steels him for the coming struggle. Intensity peaks as fierce combat ignites the workshop. Blood and power spill as the spiky-haired warrior overcomes his foe. Each movement imbued with determination, every impact a testament to resilience. The cycle of violence offers no rest. Blood and chaos engulf the arena as Yolanda's name cuts through the violence. Freckled faces and fierce smirks weave in and out of the havoc, the ringing of steel and desperate cries punctuating the mayhem. The thrill of the fight overshadows fear. Terror spreads like a stain across the battlefield. Tuskling's regal visage is painted in blood, while a shocked onlooker in a white and red outfit grapples with the scene's grim realities. Fear and confusion reign, embodied by the blood-soaked ground. The word winner signals a moment of clarity amid chaos. Bloodied and battered participants mark the arena with exhaustion and determination. Donut, nearby, reacts to the scene with disinterest, mirroring the mix of relief and unease dancing in the air. The workshop pulses with tense moments as connections among survivors deepen. Conversations on tutorials and strategy offer an educational pause, a calm before future storms. In this lull, the group contemplates victory's implications. Among the chaos, a young man contemplates victory's cost. Debris and bodies mark recent violence, prompts a reluctant comment on experience gain. Despite the outcomes, a desperate urge to salvage resources emerges. From within struggle, survival takes form. Dismembered limbs and disbelief mark the somber aftermath. Amongst the horror, a playful cat momentarily disrupts the scene's dour atmosphere, as shock and contemplation pulse through the air. In a bid to recover, an unyielding desire to conquer chaos drives them forward. A blue-hued room frames an examination of data and rules. System dialogues hint at an intelligent determination underpinning their tasks. The quiet analysis of information creates a contrast to battlefield chaos, sparking moments of contemplation. Amidst cozy warmth, suspicion gives way to revelations. A secluded discussion embraces subtlety and questions the role of known individuals. Superficial pleasantries reveal mysterious undertones, enticing journeys yet to be uncovered. A somber battlefield frames a young man's contemplation, heightened by feline presence. Witty humility soothing the tense post-battle atmosphere. Despite surroundings, humor offers a fleeting respite to share amidst the shadows. A dim-lit area blossoms into noisy exchanges about their precarious situation. Amidst chaos, the promise of safety stirs urgency, encouraging strategizing for survival. Desperation tinged with determination paints a nuanced narrative. Amid an ominous environment, decision-making sparks discourse between characters. A revealing emotional encounter with a royal feline prompts introspection and self-awareness, deepening the unexpected complexities of their shared fate. In crowded tension, an innocent-looking cat cradles conflicting thoughts from broader implications. Self-focus dominates, bred from frustrating explorations, allowing reflection. War and peace coexist, straining balance in the moment. From frenetic chaos emerges friendly camaraderie. Characters exchange playfully meaningful dialogue in an online chat environment, bridging connections across battles. The scene grants clarity amongst various conflicting interactions. Amidst surreal comedy, banter emerges between humor and camaraderie. Despite earlier chaos, shared exchanges redefine bonds. Behind humor, questions surface, hinting at forthcoming revelations cloaked in ambiguity. A chance encounter reveals underlying urgency as characters navigate troubling signs. Blended humor and serious undertones pull focus, forging alliances within the chaotic setting. The trail of blood signals both irony and reality. Determination pervades amidst strategies formation. Engaging differences unite toward shared intent. As reliance grows, resolve to fortify safety becomes essential. Determined to safeguard and survive, potential emerges from the chaos. Humor underpins relief, while the play of strategy lends calming tones to the conversation. Amidst unknown reveals, unexpected lightness emerges with each new interaction. The grounding of the surreal creates bridges for alliances moving forward. A sudden wave of energy washes over, mystery heightens as Carl faces the unknown. The portal's emergence captivates with the promise of uncertainty. Inquiry and bewilderment seep through scenes wreathed in tension. Serendipity echoes as Lexus offers opportunity to Carl. Between transactions, lives illuminate others' perspectives, casting clarity where tension flowed. Poised between promise and threat, mystery entices future paths. Awaiting exploration, doors tremble. Tension crescendos as countdown looms over delicate balance. The planned chaos spirals into unexpected hilarity, encapsulating an odd junction between action and dreamlike anticipation. Pressures mount, paving towards inevitable impact, heartbeats throbbing. Amidst chaos, actions collide with emotion, composing a symphony of both destruction and intimacy. Heat-soaked skies frame triumph and defiance. Mutual celebrations lull danger away, momentarily relishing in survived challenges. Trepidation walks astride comfort within carefully fashioned space. Impending experiences, gentle curdled laughters. Lingering energy highlights each stifled anticipation, while intrigue simmers in timorous tugs of war burdening individuals' thoughts. Precision chimes as decisions realign amidst potentiality, coiling through deceptively smooth spaces. Balancing uncertainties rested under articulated discussions, while protection promises linger. Meanwhile, outside comes the inevitable surge. In a studio's confines, anticipations joust with structured guidelines, honing the edge of calm preparation. Guided optimism graces their way through couche gestures. Beneath bubbling humor, nerves bind them together. Pressing inquiries herald unforeseen challenges. The stars punctuate conversations with potential while constraints intrude upon curiosity. Enthusiastic life contrasts ephemeral wonder. Behind it all stands uncertain opportunity waiting to entice. Knowledge wrapped in structure spins its narrative web, embraced by the calm tension of the known. Composure graces the backdrop of enlightening revelations, where information fills ensuing potentialities with new substance. Moments of guidance nicely collide in graceful movements, balancing comfort and exhortation into sharper focus. Each exchange peels away further echoes, tentatively shepherding reasons thoughtlessly behind. Composure in chaos, harmony within order. Subtle amusement underlies confusion framed by the closed dome of circumstances. In humor's embrace, bemused exchanges shift the narrative intersect, momentarily stashing fears with light-hearted banter. Laughter spirals in the air. The unpredictable rises with each thought pattern. Careful caution ripples through animated joy. Boundless excitement hugs guarded reflection close, balancing happiness and anxiety. Each warning murmurs reasoning within upheaval spurred by instinct. Between two worlds rests uncomfortable friction. A realm resonant between explosions and puffs of glory manipulates unseen eyes, provoking persistent queries. Solitude wrestles belonging, strangled by dormant timelessness, link illogical to reason it. Amidst playful clemency, objectives evolve in friendly frames. Dissolving anticipation sparks connections, substrates shy glimpses of expression. Embraced with elements turning, interactions elucidate nature's argot. Meanwhile, Whisperer reveals unexpected truths. A cosmic dance celebrates in dreamlike evocations. Each track climbing, watchful encounter draws specters. The celestial qualms exist between luminous sheets left burnt by impermanence's shadow. With Princess Donut, the crescendo looms. Colorful surrealism collides with shrieks as disbelief shrouds finality. In the cosmic wind, a new entity approaches. A word fades, welcoming uncertainty, closing the curtain yet leaving possibilities suspended. The journey continues.